following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, where every man in a thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a lyrical MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party, let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your wanna be, Jimmy Star's new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Star's.
Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. We're going to have a great show for you. Started. Let me introduce my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
How do you do? That's good for Halloween. How do you do? This is Count Dracula. Anyway, before you know it, it will be Halloween. Time just flies.
I know, can you believe we're at the end of March almost already?
Yeah.
March 18th.
Time do fly, you know. Anyway, we're going to have a good show today. A friend of mine, Teresa, my oldest friend in the world, said to me, you've got to see this. I've met this woman who is on a reality show. And she told me to watch it. So Terry watched it. And she told me to watch it. Well, when I watched it for the first 5 minutes, I said, oh, they've got to be kidding. I mean, this is like demented. I mean, what the hell is going on with this show? It's a train wreck. Then I watched the whole series and wound up loving it. Loving it. It is the bitchiest, dishiest, snottiest little smack your face show you ever want to see. I thought it was just funny. I said, you know, it's camp. It's high camp. It's sort of making fun of the very wealthy people, but not really, because I know people in Palm Beach. Because I lived in Florida and I had friends in Palm Beach and I went to a lot of parties up there. And the people are not as these girls show them, but they do it in such a way. The gowns are outrageous, the clothing, it's just splendid. It's just it's vomit time of money.
It's going to be so much fun. I'm super excited.
But you have to watch it because it pulls you out of your crappy, the war, the politics, all the shit that's going on right now in our country. And everybody's uptight and worrisome. Watch this show. It's called Members Only.
Members Only Palm Beach.
Members Only Palm Beach. And it's on Netflix.
And it's great, you guys. I love it so much.
It is totally demented. Don't go there thinking you're going to get a very, very tight, normal show with drama. And it's crazy.
It does have drama.
But the drama is camp. These broads get in more trouble with each other. They're always bitching about this one can't do this and this one. And then the old lady comes in who's a queen of Palm Beach and she tells them all what to do. It's fun. Please trust me. You know me. I love camp because I'm camp and it's great.
So you guys, it's going to be a lot of fun. We have the star of the show coming on. She's like the in all the Netflix ads, she always takes front and center. And she's also, one reason why I like her is she's the businesswoman of the show. She's self-made. She deals in like multi-million-dollar properties, and she's super cool. Her name's Hilary. We're going to bring her on in a minute. First, we got to do some other things.
I mean, if you think you'd like to be rich and live in Palm Beach on the island, you would have to socialize with these broads. And no way. I mean, I would love them for
right up your alley. You would love it.
No, I mean, yeah, they are up my alley because I'm bitchy like they are. Anyway. But I'm a real male bitch, a man bitch. They're women bitches. But I like the camp of it all. I mean, some of the lines are so funny. They're poorly written, but funny as all hell. So they've got to keep the show the way it is. If they smarten it up and tighten it up, they're going to be another housewife show. And those housewife shows have had it. They're boring.
This one is
This
definitely not
one is
boring.
definitely not boring. This show is totally out there, completely out there.
So we have two guests coming on today, you guys. We have Hilary Musser. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. If not, she'll correct me in a minute. Then we have director, writer, cinematographer Paul Boyd. He's got a brand new movie coming out, I think, on Friday with a bunch of people in it that have been on our show. He's also one of the most well-renowned music videos for the biggest stars, Stevie Nicks, Backstreet Boys, you name it. He's done the music videos for every major star on the planet. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. His name's Paul Boyd. In the meantime, we want to say hi to the chat room. Cindy Ladylake, thanks for the promos. Stefan Bell is in there. Jeff Caperton, what's up? This is right up your alley. You're going to love our guest today, Jeff Caperton.
Oh, Jeff, you're going to love these women. They're totally crazy. I mean, they belong in our crowd. Really, they have got to hang out with us when we go to do movies and stuff because we're crazy like they are. But crazy fun like you're crazy fun, Jeffrey. I hope you did not get offended with that joke I wrote on your Facebook. You know, you're the macho, butch, straight guy who like walks around like Tarzan. You know, you're Superman. You're the big hunk, the hunk. Okay. Jeffrey cut his leg on the swimming pool and he took a picture of the cut. So I said to him, when you model, if it shows when you put makeup on, that's okay. Just put on dark gray hose. And after I did it, I thought, oh my God, he's going to get very upset because that's a gay joke you do with a gay guy. You don't do it with Mr. 12 inches, you know. Mr. 12 inches gets upset. So Jeffrey, I love you. And I didn't mean anything bad by it. I just thought it was a funny joke. But I made up today because you showed us your beautiful swimming pool. And I said, this pool you have to swim nude in. I said, because it's such a sexy pool.
He has a beautiful house.
You know, I have a weird sense of humor, Jeff. And my humor has always been gay humor because I was on stage in drag doing this for years. So I sometimes get out of hand. But no, Jeffrey is straight, butch, and a top, I guess, is with his wife. Straight people don't have tops and bottoms, do they?
No.
Well, why not? Yeah, sometimes women are on the bottom.
Anyway, don't worry, because we got to keep moving.
And men are on the top.
Anyway, you guys, you can listen to. First of all, I want to thank everybody for tuning in last week. Brian Austin Green and Jeff Brockton. The show's doing great. We're at about almost hitting 400,000 views already. So it's really good. It's a great show.
And I thought nobody would like it because I was outrageously dirty with my mouth. And crap that I was saying was totally not for television. It was XXX rated.
It really wasn't, though. It really wasn't. It was very, because we got a lot of good points in about acting and all that.
That was when I was serious. But when I joke around, I do double entendre mostly. Because back in the 60s, when I worked in nightclubs doing stand-up, you had to do double entendre because if you were too direct, people got upset. You know, if you say the fat redhead, every fat redhead in the audience thinks you're talking about her. But you're not talking about any of them. The fat redhead happens to be somebody else. But people immediately think, oh my God, he's making fun of me. And so you do double entendre. This way you get away with murder.
So let me just go real quick because we're going to bring on our guest. First of all, you guys, you can listen to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Obviously on Wednesdays live on our home station, W4CY Radio, which is also in Palm Beach County, the same as the TV show that we're going to have the guest on. We're on Libsyn, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, and YouTube. We're on about 160 other platforms, but those are the ones everybody knows. And let's bring in our guest.
Who is?
Hilary.
Hilary. Oh, Hilary. Where is she?
There she is.
Hilary, you look very, very, I'm seeing right through you. Hilary, we're looking at you. Hilary.
Oh wait, they sent me some kind of transcript. I don't know what it says.
Can anybody find Hilary? Are you in the John? Hilary.
Oh, I don't know what that is. Okay, so
that
I'm not sure where she is.
That looks like the back of.
That's her office.
Yeah, that looks like the back of a chair that Hilary should be in.
Hang on, I don't know. Let's see. I have logged in, but I cannot hear you are wrong. Please confirm.
What?
Oh, you can't hear because your microphone's not on, maybe. Hang on, let me call. Let's see. All right, talk for a minute, Ron.
This does not make a good show, just a picture of a chair.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, there we go. Yes, we can hear.
Hi. Okay, great. I'm so happy to hear that.
Where are you? I thought maybe one of those bitches on your show was beating you up.
No, this is Marjorie, her assistant. So she's upstairs. I was talking for a little while, but I don't know what was happening. I could hear you guys, but I don't think you guys could hear us.
No, we couldn't hear you because we didn't see you, but I hear you now, but we don't see you because he hasn't brought you in. Is Hilary ready?
She's almost ready. It's at 3:15, correct?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Since you were already logged in, we were waiting. All right. Our engineer will let us know when she's there. We'll be good.
Will do. Okay.
We'll see you in 4
Let me
minutes.
grab her. Thank you.
Thanks. How much fun is that?
What?
Everything is so different. Live TV, everybody. So that's the way it goes.
And it's fun because, sometimes television is so pat. You look at it and it's boring because nobody wants.
Never boring.
No, I mean, nobody picks their nose on TV. But I do. See, well,
Actually, though,
see,
I always tell people, most of the time, I used to always tell people, because one time we had somebody come on and they didn't know that we brought them on and they were picking their nose back when we lived in Pennsylvania. I forgot who that was.
that's good.
So I always tell people, make sure that you're not like picking your nose.
What? We have women come on that are lifting their tits. They put their hand on their blouse and they're pulling up their tits and they don't know they're on camera.
It makes it fun all the way around.
Right.
So maybe we'll play a quick music video, or do you want to talk? Do you have something you want to talk about?
I just think we should talk.
Okay.
We always talk in the beginning. Again, let's go back to members only Palm Beach. It's time that we have gay camp again. It's time that we stop being so upset about everything, about us, about thinking. I mean, we really beat each other up.
Just have fun.
We beat ourselves up. And this wonderful show tells us how stupid we are in doing that. Because these women bicker and fight over the most ridiculous things. They don't talk to each other. I mean, it's a riot. And we should learn from that not to be like them and to love our friends. And if our friends offend us, tell them. Don't make a big deal about it. Just say, listen, you son of a bitch, you little whore. You offended me, Anyway, I recommend it. I don't recommend too many things because I think what's going on today in film stinks. Even though I do a lot of movies, I make a lot of movies. I don't like the movies I'm in. I'm in them because I do them. I do them mostly for friends. But film has changed and theater has changed. Everyone that comes on our show that's a stand-up will tell you it's not like it was years ago. If we did the things today that we did years ago, we wouldn't have an audience. People would leave the theater screaming how offended they are because everybody thinks who the fuck they are. They all think they're great. They're all wonderful. Everybody's intelligent. Everybody's whatever they are, and they're not. People are stupid because look what they did, anyway, I can't go there.
Right. So there's a fly. I don't know why we have a fly.
We have a fly in the studio. Ooh, flies have the right to come in.
Yeah.
They leave the door open to get there for the dog to go out, and the flies come in.
Yeah, the dog's in though, so we should have probably closed it. The dog's sleeping on the bed. He's on your bedding over there.
So he's on the cover.
On the cover, yes.
The cover,
which is so much fun.
That's not a bed cover. That's a
blanket.
Whatever.
What do you call it? A blanket.
Where are you, Hillary? We're wasting valuable
No, she's
time.
coming. She's supposed to be here at 12:15.
We're so anxious to meet you, and so are our viewers.
So you guys, the name of the show, just so everybody knows, it's called Members Only Palm Beach. It's a Netflix reality show. There's 8 episodes.
And we want them to be picked up again. So everybody.
Yeah, we want everybody to watch it.
What should they do? Who should they write to?
They don't write. They need to watch it. The more people that watch it, I think it would probably get done by popularity. I'm not actually sure.
But you can't write to the producers saying you love it?
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
Years ago, you could do that. You could write to the producer and tell them your show stinks or your show is great and we want it more. People watch the show. So the producers want to know if the people are going to watch it again. Otherwise, they have a bomb. The show's not going to make it. So I think this show has been renewed already.
Not according to online.
Not according to, well, online lies a lot.
That's true. They might be trying to keep it a
They don't
secret.
tell you anything. Online tells you I'm 82 years old. I mean, really. How say?
It also says that we're worth like $20 million.
More than that. I'm worth over 20 million. Together, we're worth over 40 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to buy Mar-a-Lago.
Well, that would be billion.
Yeah, well, I'll have it in a year.
That's funny. I love it.
What's the bell? Where is this broad? Where is she? Would she go shopping? That's what women do, you know. They go shopping.
No, she's not going shopping.
She's probably out buying dresses.
No.
Hillary, where are you?
That's why I said we should play a music video because we don't have anything prepared to talk
Oh, we
about.
could play Gone with the Wind, the movie, before she comes here.
No. People are texting me. Okay. Anyway, all right. So, what did we watch this week? Did we watch anything good?
We watched a lot of movies that friends are
Miss
in.
Strau's Daughter. We watched with Stephanie Powers.
Steph is. I know Steffi for years, but the first time I met Stephanie Powers was at Shelley Winter's 85th birthday party, and she was terrific. Doesn't shut up for a minute. She goes on, and she's a wonderful conversationalist and storyteller. I mean, she held court. There was about 20 of us sitting around the table. This was out in the patio. And she was going on and on. She's a very interesting lady, Stephanie Powers, because she was lovers with William Holden. They lived in Africa. She's got a lot under her belt. She's just not a Hollywood drug addict like some of them. She's lovely. I like Stephanie Powers. Stephanie, we should have you on our show, honey. Anyway, I don't know. I'm going to do a whole. I mean, should we cancel her and go another day?
No.
Well, I don't know. This is rude. You don't think it's a little rude?
No, it's fine. She'll be here. I
mean,
let's play a music video.
Why is she not here?
I don't know why she's not here. Well,
are you upset because I didn't say your show was heavenly?
You did.
I mean, I couldn't praise it more than I did. But
No,
I'm not going to
she's
lie
fine.
to people and tell them it's a serious drama. It's
No,
not.
that's how Netflix actually described it. So we're good. We're good.
It's not a serious drama. It's a bunch of women fighting. It's fun.
Sophie's series centered on status, access, and power in Palm Beach County. That's Netflix's description. The Netflix
is full of crap. They don't know what they're talking about.
So anyway, let's take a quick break. Let's play a little music video, you guys. This is The Real Hooks. The name of the song is Heart Attack, and hopefully when we get back,
Hillary,
she'll be
you've
here.
got to come on. It would be very bad if you didn't come on.
Come on now, everybody. Here's The Real Hooks, Heart Attack.
Can't you see why I should go? Don't need to run, 'cause you're my cardio. Quit telling me to take it slow when you're the one making me lose control. You're the beating on my chest while I'm lying on the floor. Can't you see it's not working no more? 'Cause having you is like a heart attack. Take my heart right out my chest, now give it back. And even when you're killing me, keep coming back. So tell me how I survive a heart attack. Survive a heart attack. Survive a heart attack. Right. That's how CPR, I can't be saved when you're treating me this way. I don't know why you're so obsessed, can't catch my breath in this cardiac arrest. You're the beating on my chest while I'm lying on the floor. Can't you see that you're the cause and the cure? Baby, having you is like a heart attack. Take my heart right out my chest, now give it back. And even when you're killing me, keep coming back. So tell me how like a heart attack. You took my heart right out my chest, I'll give it back. Ooh, love is like a. You took my heart right out my chest now. Baby, you're killing me, keep coming back. So tell me how I survive a heart attack. Love is like a heart attack. Heart attack. Right out my chest now, give it back, baby. Ooh, keep coming back. So tell me how I survive a heart attack.
Yay! All right, I think she's here. Let's see if we can see her.
Hi there.
Hi. Hey,
Oh, hallelujah!
How are
There
you?
There you are. There you are.
Let me turn
It
this
is
up.
so nice to meet you because I so enjoy
How do we
what you
turn up the
do. I
volume?
gotta tell
Yeah.
you. You take me out of the horrible world that I live in, that we all live in, and you bring me to laughter and camp and fun. And Jimmy, who was a designer, just critiques all of the clothing. So we have a great time with your show. We love it.
Oh,
we love it.
thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry that I was a couple of minutes late. I'm actually in a wheelchair today.
That's okay.
Why are you in a wheelchair?
I had foot pad restoration done to my feet on Monday, and I'm not allowed to walk for a week.
That's terrible. And you have a big ass house to get around.
So
Okay,
wait a
so
minute. Now that you're in a wheelchair, how are you going to do the laundry, cook food, shop, and clean?
I have people for that.
So hold on, let me just see. So do we pronounce it Musser?
Yeah.
Musser, I got it right.
Musser.
All right, everybody.
Okay, let me ask the first
wait, I
question.
got to introduce her. People don't know who we're talking to.
Oh, they do.
Hey, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Not only is she a real estate tycoon, but she's also the queen bee of Members Only Palm Beach, the Netflix series. Hilary Musser, hello and welcome to the show.
Hi. How are you?
Good. This is my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Ron Russell.
Well, I'm not going to be outrageous today because we have lovely ladies on. I'm going to let the ladies be outrageous because, listen, folks, you got to watch this show because I'm sure you've had a friend that you had this bitchy problem with. So when you watch the show, you're going to say, oh, I was there. My girlfriend did that to me. You know, people can relate to it. What you do is real, but it's not. It's camp. It's wonderful. Keep it the way it is. Do not make it serious. I'm telling you right now, I've been in the business 65 years. I know what I'm talking about. I know shit from Shinola. You got a great gimmick there. You got a great show there. Don't screw it up. Keep it the way it is, or I'm never going to talk to you again.
Love it.
In fact, when I see you, I'm going to pull your hair.
So hold on. We have people in the chat room. Just say hi to the chat room because they're going to starting to come in now that you're here.
Okay.
And so I have all kinds of questions for you, but first I want to just like you tell people a little bit about your story because I know they call you. Actually, you said it online that you're like the Elizabeth Taylor of Palm Beach. That you're on your fifth husband, who's very handsome, by the way. And
thank you.
His name is Luke, and your dog. We're really big dog people, so we love Winston. So that's all really like good. But tell us a little bit about your story, because you're like a real estate tycoon, and people don't normally expect that from beautiful blondes.
Well, thank you. No, I started in 1995. I'm an entrepreneur, really. I went and got my MBA, and I went to Babson, which is a great school for entrepreneurship. My dad was an entrepreneur. And then within about 3 years, I started my own business of graduate school and ultimately, built up a company that became very valuable that was in the IMAX film and theater business. We competed with IMAX. We built theaters, which was the business my grandfather was in. He built theaters.
Who was your grandfather?
His name was Harry Wasserman, and the name of his Harry Wasserman.
I know the name.
And he sold them to MGM Studios. The name of his company.
Harry Wasserman. I know that name.
So I don't know, because you don't probably know that much about us, but like
I'm 80. I'll be 86 years old, so I would definitely know.
He was best friends with Jane Russell, and he knew all the Hollywood people. And I produce movies now. And so besides this show, we do a lot. Everything we do is.
Do you
in
know who Jane
entertainment.
Russell was?
Of course she does.
No, you don't.
Sure.
Some people don't know who Jane Russell is. It upsets the hell out of me.
Was she your wife?
No.
No, but I was 16 years old, and I saw her in a movie in 3D, and she was doing a striptease, and I fell madly in love with her. And
She would have been your mother, actually.
Oh yeah, she was my best. Yeah, she died 98.
Right.
So she could have. She was 21 years older than I, so she could have definitely have been my mother. She was actually my mother, my sister, my wife, my best friend. She was everything. I mean, I don't want to take the show away from us, but Jane Russell was probably she was a born-again Christian and a very devout woman and a true friend. She never japped anybody. She was everything your show is not.
As a camp.
She could never be on your show because she would have said, "Ladies, stop it."
So what year did you actually move to Palm Beach?
I moved to Palm Beach. So then after I sold my company, I had my son around the same time. And then I started a building business in 1995 by accident, really, because Cooper's dad and I were building a house in Nantucket, and we got there in the middle of winter, and it was filled with sand. Like, there was no roof. I mean, it was ridiculous. And I said, hey, let's hire those guys from the Poconos that renovated, our little cottage there. And they did such a nice job, and I'll bet they're really hard workers. So they loved the idea. We moved them all to Nantucket. For many years, we had a flourishing, building business called Barclay Fine Homes. We bought a total of 6 lots in Nantucket and developed and sold some of them. Some of them, we sold them for a profit, so we didn't develop them. So we did both. And with that crew, they then came back after our house caught on fire and redid our house. Yeah, in Pennsylvania. They're really wonderful people. And one of them actually general contracted that for me, the house right beside my house, which I built many years ago and sold. And then for this house that I'm in now, I hired local people because it was just easier. But at the time, it was a great experience for me. I learned over those 30 years how to do it myself as owner builder. Only on the house that I'm completing now, which is the largest, most elegant, most expensive custom spec house in West Palm Beach. It's on the water. We just listed it for $42.5 million. You can see on my Instagram many, many cool videos about it. We have one video that's gone viral. Between the guy who did it and my page, it's already in 1 week, like 600,000 people have seen it. It's really cute. It says, I have to tell you this, you can have this house for $2.5 million if your husband puts in 40, and then we go.
Well, listen, the house you're talking about, do you take a check? Do you take a
It'll
check?
bounce.
Well, I could take a clear check, but a certified bank check, sure.
We already have a realtor in Florida, in Boca, and she is the queen of Boca, the best. She's like you. She's the queen of Boca. She's a Boca. Really.
We're planning on relocating back to Boca.
I lived in Florida for years, and I missed it terribly. And
what's her name?
Her name? Can I do that? Her name is Ardine Leventhal.
Okay. I don't know her, but
we're not looking at $40 million property.
No, I'm looking at 80 million. I want 80 million and up. I called Donald and I said, Donald, do you think you'd sell your house to me? And he said, oh, Ron, I don't think so. I'm very busy right now with a war. I said, well, after the war, Donald, do you think you'll sell me your house?
Wait a second. First of all, I want to tell everybody, because we have a lot of people, we just broke one. We're almost at 1.3 billion downloads of the show. So you guys, Hilary has a great website. It's super easy. It's not for everyone. You want to go to look at it because it's beautiful. It's hilarymusserhomes.com, and it shows all the houses she sold and the houses she has available. It's really put together. Really, it's really like user friendly and it's beautiful. So you should check it out. And then her Instagram is Hilary Musser Homes, IG at Hilary Musser, and Hilary only has one L.
Right.
So
Thank you for that plug. I appreciate it. That's really
so you
nice.
gotta like do that. So one of the things I found cool. So I grew up in West Palm Beach. I lived on Washington Road. You could right before all the houses end, and you only see the Intercoastal, like right there, and a beautiful house as a kid. I was bused to Palm Beach Public, and I used to have to pass. It used to be back in the day. It was called the Post Mansion. And it was Meriwether Post, who owned Post Cereals, was Mar-a-Lago.
That's right.
And when you drove by, I drove by every day for years going to
Dana
school.
Merrill's house.
I went by every day, and they had glass on the top of all the walls so people wouldn't climb over it. They would like cut their hands on the glass. Now it's all elegant and beautiful, but that's the way it was. But I grew up in West Palm Beach.
What number Washington Road?
3015 Washington Road, I think it was.
Well, I could walk there from my house.
Oh, okay. Well, so literally on the corner, actually further down. So all the houses that are across the street from the Intercoastal, going to the next bridge, getting there. That's where all my friends lived. We were like the poorest people in the neighborhood because my parents believed in buying, the worst house in the best neighborhood. And so I got bused. Everybody I went to school with was doctors and lawyers and important people. But I lived there forever. It was great. I loved it. It was a lot of fun. Now we're in Palm Springs, California, but we want to come back to Boca.
Yes, we will. Now, Dina Merrill was married to, what's his name, my friend? I'm telling you, age sucks. You don't remember a goddamn thing anymore. My friend, an Academy Award-winning actor. You can't beat it. Who was it?
Tony Curtis? I don't know.
No, not Tony. The other
Dina
one.
Merrill. I don't know.
Dina Merrill.
Tell the story anyway, and I'll look it up.
I was interviewing him, and I said to him, I heard Dina Merrill's a real bitch. He said, no, she's not. He said, she's a very nice person. She just plays a bitch. I said, well, that part is so good that we've associated.
Cliff Robertson.
Cliff. I love Cliff. Cliff Robertson, a gent. And he didn't like Palm Beach at all. And he said to me, no, Palm Beach is not for me. He said, I prefer the ocean. And he liked San Diego or La Jolla. So we got that whole Palm Beach thing going. I had a friend who was a walker. Everybody out there, a walker is a handsome young man who walks an elderly, wealthy woman into a party. And if he wants, he could bang her. I mean, if she pays him enough, he'll screw her. But if not, he just walks her. So he said to me, Ron, you would make a good walker. And I said, no, I wouldn't. I could never do that. But I did it as a joke. Not as a joke, it's fun. But they made me walk with the very famous composer, an elderly gentleman who...
Why were you walking a gentleman? I thought you walked women.
Yeah, but they made me walk the guy. Because I was gay, and the old guy liked me, and he said, tell Ron I would like him to escort me to the party. So anyway, we became very good friends. And as it wound up, he was best friends with the broad from the Broadway play with the horn. Oh, Jesus, I shouldn't do the show anymore. I'm too old. My mind's gone. Anyway, I met a lot of people in Palm Beach. A very good friend of ours, we saw at a party on your show, and you probably know her. The Bloom.
Marta, do you know Marta and Ron Bloom?
Ron Bloom.
They were at Taj's birthday, the very last show that was there. They were in there a lot, like they showed them a lot, but they didn't talk or anything.
Oh, I'm sure I've met them, and I don't know them well, but
right.
Yeah, right. They're very lovely. Anyway,
so wait,
I want to clear this up. As much as I fool around about the show, how much I enjoy it, it does not represent the women on Palm Beach. The women on Palm Beach are very charming, very lovely, very ladylike, very demure.
Oh, they're ladylike.
No, very soft. They would never behave in this fashion publicly. So I don't want you to think, oh, look at those Republican bitches, all money. Look at the money. Look at what money does. This is a show. This is an act. This does not happen. Because I've been at parties at Palm Beach, and I've never ever seen anyone ever be.
So let her
as they
respond.
are.
Let her respond because I want to know.
Well, do you think I behave like a Palm Beach woman?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely, you're the lady of the show.
First of all, you are the queen. I think that out of all the people, the reason I invited you on, you and Taj are my favorite ones because number one, you guys are actual business people. You know,
Right.
you've made money and you're really, doing it all and all the things. You guys aren't the bitchy queenie ones. You guys
No,
are
you're
just
very smart.
you're like the one who just tells people like it
Right.
is, like he does. It tells it like it is, and that's why your character's the best one. And I think that's probably why
No.
Netflix. Wait. That's probably why Netflix has you because if you go on Netflix, it shows your picture and you're in the center. You're always the center of everything that comes
Yeah,
out
you
about
shouldn't
the
do
show.
that because other girls will get jealous and then they'll
Oh, I'm
beat
sure
her
they
up.
get jealous anyway.
The character I like the most, and I don't know her name, is the little dark one, the one that has her boobs and will always almost fall.
Maria.
Around. She's a broad.
Who? That's Romina. Oh, I like all of them.
That
No,
one-
Maria.
That's
Oh, Maria. I like Maria because she's
she's
a DJ.
a tough cookie. She must have come from Brooklyn like I did. She's like a Brooklyn broad that married money.
She's
But anyway,
Canadian.
She's
Oh, really?
Canadian?
So wait, let's go back. Wait, I want to go back. Okay, so you guys, the show is called Members Only Palm Beach. Netflix's description is a soapy series centered on status, access, and power in Palm Beach County. My first question is, did you have to audition? Like, how did they find
How did they get you? Is it-
you guys?
Well,
You know?
I want to go back to why Ron doesn't think I act like a Palm Beach lady because I kind
Oh
of.
no, he doesn't think you act like those Palm Beach. He doesn't think
Oh.
the women on the show are so outrageous. He doesn't think you act like that normally.
No, but I act like myself, and I've been a Palm Beach lady since 2005. I lived on the island, and now I live looking at the island on the same road where you grew up, Jimmy.
Yeah, I love it.
On the indirectly on the water. I look sort of catty corner to Mar-a-Lago, and I've been part of this community for 22 years. My son, I also sent him to Palm Beach Day and then Palm Beach Public. And when I moved to West Palm Beach, they did also bus him to Palm Beach Public because he was part of the strings program. So I've been integrated here for 22 years, which is, about the longest I've stayed anywhere. And, I really love it here. And I tried to maintain my integrity as a business person, as a Palm Beach society person, and just as Hilary Musser, who I am. And I think that boded well for me. But reality TV is not supposed to be acting. It's supposed to be who you really are. And so I really stuck
You're
to
the
that.
only one like that. Yeah. 'Cause
So, in other words, I shouldn't ask this. I know with the business. I know you're scripted. I know they tell you, here you are, say this, do that, use your own words.
Do you think I did? Do you think I
do a lot
think
of-
I did?
I do a lot of ad-libbing. In the movies I'm in, I ad-lib a lot. I love ad-libbing. Ad-libbing is real. What you girls do is real. In other words, it's all ad-lib, but it's real. I don't think that you feel this way about each other in real life. I think you all get along fine and you're all buddies, right?
no, I don't know. You're not
Come on, give a little secret, Hillary. Hillary.
I think number one, I think that because we don't watch a lot of reality TV, the only thing we've ever watched was Bling Empire, and that's because we had some of the people on our show.
All right, let me just go there really quick. I'm going to give my audience a little teeny taste of this show. There's a poor little girl who's very beautiful and very rich who wants to be a part of this gang of broads, okay? And they all found fault with her, and they all fought with her, and they made her cry, and they made her sad. Wait, and they made her sad, and they told her that she could never be some old lady who ran the island like a mafiosa. She said to this poor little girl, she said, "You'll never make it here, honey, because you don't do this." I mean, it was pathetic. So you want to beat the old broad up and say, "Hey, leave that little girl alone." That little girl is so sweet. And so now one girl friends her and says, "Don't worry, honey, I'll help you beat these bitches out." And it's good. It's a good story. I want to know what happens. You're coming back, I bet. I hope. I pray.
Well, that actually was me. I'm the one that said I'll help you.
What?
That's Romina.
Yes.
Yes.
And she's not so little. She's pretty tall and beautiful.
That's gorgeous.
She's a beautiful girl.
Actually, all the
Yeah.
women are beautiful. You're all beautiful.
And you all have great figures, lovely and the gowns, my God, those gowns have to cost at least $39, $40 or $40.
Right. So wait, I want to go back though. Did you know the people before the show started? Did you know them, or you met the people as you were going along, or were you already friends with all those people?
I knew Taja. We had worked on a charity event after October 7th together. We're both Jewish, and a mutual friend of ours, was holding a fundraiser at her home for the Israeli soldiers. And so we worked on it together. I was very impressed by the amount of work and accomplishments that Taja had in bringing that event together. She did the majority of the work, in my opinion. So that's how we met. And they both live in Woodfield Country Club. So that's where the event was. And then, we were at a different event for some tennis fundraiser, Israeli tennis or something like that. And she said, hey, are you interested in being on this potential show about country club life in Palm Beach with me? And I said, sure, why not? I'll try out for it. It was like the 7th time I'd been asked to do a Palm Beach housewife show. I was asked originally probably in about 2007.
Oh, so it took a long time for it to go.
They even shot in my house, and there were 5 of us, and we were all very good friends, and we still are. So that was like an original friend group, actually, all of us living in Palm Beach Island, all of us friends. And I remember not signing the contract because I had second thoughts at the end of it. And that was because my son was very young, and I didn't totally trust husband number 3 to behave properly on television. I thought he might it might not work out really well. And so I didn't sign it. And that was sort of lucky, because then the rest of their names were splashed all over the paper and failed housewife show, because Palm Beach, there's no filming, or there's no this or no that. Those rules have loosened up since 2007. Then I was asked to be on a hard money lending show, and I was asked by a lot of people to be on TV, including Joseph Templeton, who was the casting director of Paramount. When I brought my son there to be green screened, he said, I want to put you in the movies. You would be good. And I'm sitting in his office, and he's a friend of a friend. And I'm like, but I'm here for Cooper, and he's 10. And if I left with like a movie contract and he didn't, then it would be really devastating. So let's put that on hold. In hindsight, I kind of wish that I went with it, because I've always had it in me, but I just couldn't. And I knew that would mean moving to LA, and I wasn't ready to do that. So long story short, this Joseph Templeton, I don't know if you know him, but he's retired now. He ran casting at Paramount for a long time. Then he started his own casting agency, and now he's retired. But because I looked him up when I came to LA recently just to say hi, guess what? I'm on a TV show now, and I thought he would get a kick out of that. So what I'm saying is, I feel like TV has been calling me for a long time. So when I was finally asked by Taja, it struck me. Now's the moment. I could do it now. My son's out of college. There's my husband is really funny. He's the right husband to do TV with, right? The right situation, the timing. And at no point did I ever imagine that it wasn't going to happen. It was as if I actually knew it was going to happen. And it just happened. Bada bing, bada boom. They gave me a FaceTime, put me on Zoom.
I have a question for you that I was told to ask you. Are your clothing yours?
By whom? By whom?
By my friend Teresa. My friend Teresa, she met one of you. She was having lunch up.
She met Rosalind.
Rosalind. and she sort of became.
That's how we found out about the show.
Right. And she became friendly with Rosalind, and Rosalind told her about the show. She watched the show, and she then called me from New York and said, Ron, this is up your alley. These women are definitely all going to be your best friend, she said, because they're fabulous. Watch the show. So I watched the show. Anyway, Terry wanted to know, do you think that the clothing they wear is theirs, or is it given to them as costume? Are the gowns and stuff you wear, or are they designers saying, here, wear it to promote my line?
All of the clothes that I wore are from my closet.
Which, by the way, you have the most amazing closet I've ever seen.
Now, I hope you get paid for that. Because if you wear your own clothes, you're supposed to get paid for that.
Well, look, in a first-year reality TV show,
you don't get shit.
You don't get paid much, and you don't get paid to do anything because you have no fame.
Right.
You have no name. So maybe this coming season, and I do have, I am, if I want, for whatever event I want, I am sponsored now by a store, Kerna Zabetti, which is a very high-end store that carries all the top brands.
I love it so much. I want to hang on, wait. So you guys, because I Googled Hilary and just read like everything I could read about her, and she doesn't really let people into her house all the way, but there's an article on realtor.com maybe, or an article all about you that shows all the houses. You have the most amazing dressing, closet, I guess. I don't know if you call it a closet because it's so big. Closet, and also the most amazing bathroom I've ever seen. I've never seen a bathroom like it, and I love the Jetsons picture that's in.
Well, the house is 48.
Thank you.
For 48.
I loved that show.
For 48 million, the bath.
So you guys, here's the
I turn that off. That was my son, Cooper Musser, who's an actor.
Wait, Hilary, are you having a good time?
Having a great time with you, Ron. Well,
Good. That's what we want.
So wait, I want to go over this. So you guys, Netflix, it's called Members Only. What I want to do real quick, it's only like a minute and a half long, is I'm going to play the trailer that Netflix put out so people know what we're talking about. They get an idea about it.
One quick question. You have, how many hairdressers do you have on that set?
I have my own hairdresser.
You have your own everything.
So in other words, you guys have to pay for your makeup and hair, and you use your own clothes. That producer's getting away with murder. I'd like to meet him. I mean, he's getting a free show there. He's getting your talent, your clothing, your home. I have to represent you. No, really. I mean,
I do have an entertainment lawyer, and all those things are on my list.
Okay, good. I love it.
You have sort of like a back end thing, right?
So you guys, real quick, the show follows five main people. There's other people that show. Just real quick, there's Taja Abbott-Ball. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Hilary. Hang on, wait. Rosalind Yellen, Romina
Who's the old woman?
And Maria Cosamanis. The old woman is Gail Brophy.
I don't think she likes being called the old woman, but she's a very beautiful elderly lady for her age. She looks great, good body, nice clothes.
There's two older women. One's really
cool. The one that thinks she's hot shit.
Okay, Gail Brophy thinks she's hot shit. Sue Bell Robbins is really nice, and Gail Brophy's
the old lady thinks she owns the island. Everything the girls say, like if the girls say, oh, we used to sail there, she'd say, oh, well, I sailed there years ago and I had to make it bigger because my yacht was so big. She outdoes everybody. No matter what you say to her, she's one up, right? She one ups you. And you want to hit her. You want to say, okay, you old goat, knock it off. And I love the old lady, and she's very beautiful.
Oh, I like Sue Bell. Actually, I read a rumor, and I don't know if this is true, but it was on one of the, there's all kinds of articles written about the show. If you Google it online, so much stuff comes on. And it says that Gail Brophy was removed from a Mar-a-Lago luncheon by Secret Service because she ran up to Donald Trump trying to say, do you remember me? Do you remember me? And they threw her out.
I know,
is that true?
That's negative.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't want to be negative. So
I don't believe Donald Trump would do such a thing.
Oh, he did, and the Secret Service did.
Yeah, but I've met Donald Trump. I had a cocktail with him at Mar-a-Lago. Years ago, he was opening Mar-a-Lago for $50,000 membership. My friend Perry Winkler was on her fifth husband, and she said, Ronald, I have to go there to see what it's all about. I'll join it. Maybe I can meet another rich man. So we went to Mar-a-Lago, and we were milling about Mar-a-Lago with all the other guests. And Donald came down, and he went in the study where we were seated, and he offered, he said, what are you guys drinking? And he was as charming and lovely a man as you ever want to meet. Friendly and smiley, and back then very handsome, because this was when he was married to one of those
Ivanka.
I forgot. Oh, no,
Marla.
Marla Maples. And he said, Marla and I are going to the movies. She's taking care of the baby. I mean, he was I love the man. Donald Trump I hate when they say bad things about him. He's really a nice fellow.
So what was the point of the story?
That Donald Trump is a nice fellow.
Oh, okay. We're married. We bitch back and forth. It's normal.
I don't think he would throw a woman out of a party because she wanted to meet him. I doubt that very seriously. And I'm sure if he knew that guy that threw him out, he got reprimanded. Donald had to say, how dare you do that to a guest of mine?
So did you know Sophie before the show?
I did not know Gail before the show. She was not a cast member this season. She was a friend of Rosalind.
Yeah, all right.
And Sue Bell was a friend of mine.
Oh, I love Sue Bell. She's fabulous.
So that tells you,
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
I don't want to leave anybody out of this show, but the one that's always having a nervous breakdown, the one
Maria
from Long Island. She's from Long Island, I think, right?
She's from Canada.
Where's she's from?
Canada.
Oh, the whole thing is Canada. Anyway.
No, that's the same one you asked about earlier.
No. I'm talking about a different one. They're all like nervous breakdowns, but this one's the blonde.
Oh, that's Rosalind.
Oh, that's Rosalind.
I think it is Rosalind.
She's from Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
Actually, his daughter lives in Bucks County. We lived there for a while. Lives in Bucks County.
Both my daughters live in Bucks County.
Maybe they know Rosalind.
No, they haven't been there long enough. But I want to go back because everybody that's listening to the show and that will listen to it.
They're much younger than Rosalind.
Wants to know.
She only has moved here 4 years ago.
I know everybody. I'm like a little yenta. I run around meeting everybody.
So did you know Rosalind though before the show?
No,
I
did not.
That's why you're the queen.
Rosalind is the nouveau riche, right?
That's Rosalind's the blonde you're talking about. That knows Terry.
Which one is the nouveau riche? The one.
Romina.
Romina is the nouveau riche.
The young girl. Yes, I think so. She sold the company for
She's
$42
not
million.
telling anything.
She sold the company for $42 million. I mean, they make it all public, and moved down there. Now she wants to be a designer and a singer. Which unfortunately,
now all these husbands, how do they deal with these powerful wives? Now you girls have the upper hand because you have the show. You're famous. You're known, and your husband's going to say like, "Well, you're not the same girl I married. Now you're a star." And you have to say to him, "Yes, and treat me like a star, you dog."
Well, they've asked for more Luke next season. They really like my husband, the Dutchman.
I love your husband.
Dutch.
I think your husband was fabulous.
Your husband's Dutch?
Yes.
My wife, my ex-wife, my deceased wife was Dutch. And my children are half Dutch and half Italian.
That's one of the things I liked about you so much is that we got to see your whole family. We got to meet your son. We got to meet your dog. We get to meet your husband a lot because he's in a lot of different scenes.
How old is your son?
My son is 22. He just graduated from Tisch. He's an actor. He's represented by Untitled. And he's, trying to make it out there in Hollywood. He lives in New York. But
has he been in anything yet?
Yeah, just since college. Well, when he was little, he was in the Avengers 2 movie, and then he was represented by CESD Talent. Nothing really happened during those years. He was focused on school. He did auditions, but he didn't get called back. So then he went to Tisch. He's very talented. He always, was running all the shows at Tisch, got great parts. He's now back at Tisch as an adjunct professor working in the Meisner studio on the actual performances. He's only out of school since May, He's been in 2 off-Broadway shows and 3 short films
Good
that
for
he flew
him.
to LA for.
He's very handsome.
Just
Thank
tell
you.
him. I know, I'm sure you've told him, but it's these goddamn drugs that destroy everybody in Hollywood.
There you go. There he is. That's
he's a
my
big-
twin.
Big guy, handsome, big guy.
Yeah, he's very handsome. I remember.
Just tell him to stay away from the junkies. They don't do anything but make you
My
Yeah.
son doesn't do drugs.
Good for you.
good. Tell him to say that to everybody.
So wait, we got to do we have to do the thing because we're talking about this show, you guys. So you guys,
She won't be
the-
able
the-
to do that.
no, I'm gonna play the trailer so people watching the show know what it is
I
when this
thought you
goes
were going
out.
to do the who.
No.
Okay.
I want to do so. You guys.
We
So,
argue all the time.
so Hilary, all I want you to do, one, get the thing that says members only trailer. I just want you to introduce the trailer and hang on. It's like a minute and a half, so we have it for everybody who sees the show when we post it everywhere.
You want me to introduce the trailer?
The trailer, yes.
All right. Well, we're about to watch a trailer. I don't know which one
I don't
from
know.
Members Only Palm Beach,
There you go.
season 1.
Palm Beach, many layers, almost like a milfay. It's one of the richest zip codes in the United States. It has old money and big ass houses.
Until I got to Florida, I had no idea what a country club was. And that's my life now.
Your teeth are amazing. Thank you.
Florida is status. If you aren't part of the in crowd, then you're not in at all.
Hilary is the quintessential Palm Beach royalty, except for the 5 marriages. But
Hilary has been in Palm Beach the longest. I moved up in Palm Beach society pretty quickly, so I think that there's a little jealousy there.
Welcome to Palm Beach, but there's a way it works.
I am the new Palm Beach. I really don't know how they're going to react to me.
Sorry, was that too loud?
if Palm Beach society were a high-rise building, Hilary and I are definitely in the penthouses, and Ramina's in the basement. There is an underlying rule book here.
You never show your boobs and your knees. I'm not going to wear a grandma dress. Who are these people who think they're going to tell me what to wear? I see so much potential, but she just doesn't want to listen. She's not going to change Palm Beach.
We have everything that we could ever want. It's about power.
I don't think we're ever going to be best friends.
I don't want drama.
I don't feel like she belongs in our group. Who is she to tell me that I don't belong?
I came to Palm Beach and I fulfilled my dream.
Welcome to Palm Beach.
You are totally my favorite.
Everybody, you know, this show is such a delight. I can't tell you enough. A lot of people will watch it and be very envious and jealous because they don't have what you girls have. So they'll be the haters. And we always have haters in our business. Get used to that. They'll all say, oh, it should have happened to me. Oh, those broads married a rich guy. That's why they are what they are. Wrong, 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 wrong. Women that marry rich men are qualified women, unless she's a two-bit tramp from the street that the guy is hooked on because she does everything wonderfully. Most women that I know, and I know plenty of women. I lived in Beverly Hills, so I know my crowd there. The women that married successfully were all very elegant, beautiful, well-mannered, and intelligent. So guys with money just don't want to marry tits and ass and bullshit women. They marry smart women. Now you married 5 times. So how did you hook 5 husbands? My daughter can't even hook 1 husband.
Well, the trick is I never hooked them.
The secret to getting friggin'
She said the trick was she didn't hook them.
They hooked
I never hooked him. I was indifferent at every moment. You know,
So you played hard to get.
But I wasn't playing hard to get. I just am hard to get. You know.
That's terrific.
I love it. I was always hard to get also. Very hard to get. No,
And
really.
and you know, it's a dance. You know, with men, you just have to understand them, right? And none of them want what's available. They only want something, you know, that they think they can't achieve, or you know, that's a little bit coy, maybe, you know. And even when I'm married, you know, I'm never totally available. You know, I still don't answer the phone all the time.
Tease
I
him,
like, love
tease
it.
him.
My favorite.
But wait a minute, I want you to know, my daughter was second runner-up in Miss America. No, Miss America. She was Miss New York, Miss Long Island. She looks like Michelle Pfeiffer or Grace Kelly. Because my wife was Dutch, and the Italian made a beautiful girl, green-eyed, blonde, and with a fabulous figure. She can't get a guy. So what's wrong? What can you give her any advice? How you ladies hooked rich men?
Well, she didn't need to
Not
hook a
hook,
rich
but-
man. She didn't need to hook a rich man. She had her own money.
Yeah. I think that you know, that you, first of all, you have to be very focused. You have to be available emotionally, and the timing has to be right for you. And then you just go out there and do the things you love to do, and you'll meet people, right? You don't meet people sitting in your house.
Right.
So,
But-
you know, I've never met anybody, I've never tried to meet anybody online or anything like that. But I'm just myself, really. And my instinct says, I have a little white witch in me, you know. I've kind of known, with the exception of one of them, I knew right away, even before I spoke to them, that they were going to be my husband.
You're a
Very weird.
You're a very intimidating woman. You're very independent. You have your own sources. I mean, you don't really need a man for anything but to make love with. And nowadays, women have vibrators. They don't even want men. So you could live without a man. No, women live without men forever now.
I do see you as being intimidating, though.
Very
I
intimidating.
think if I was like a, I mean, I'm not intimidated because
No,
I'm gay.
if
It doesn't matter.
No,
but I could see, like,
in my straight days, if I were dating you, I would smack you around and say, "Listen, lady, I'm the boss." And I would be the man, and I would turn you on with that kind of thing. Because I was born in Brooklyn, so I'm a Brooklyn tough guy.
she should probably just hire somebody to take you out.
Well, this is very cute. You guys are doing this together. I assume you're a couple.
Yes, we're a couple. We've been married for 14 years.
14 years. And that's what I do with him. I smack him around.
Well, you're very cute.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So one thing I love about the trailer, and it's probably my favorite line, and Taja says it, and she says, Hilary and I are the penthouse. And then she goes on, which they cut it out in the thing, and they said, Maria is the third or fourth floor,
Right.
and Romina is the basement. And I just thought that was the funniest thing. I mean, such a funny, you know, campy kind of thing. Do you, now that the show is like on hiatus or until whatever's going on, do you guys see
I
each
hope
other
you guys
now?
are coming back. You got to come back.
Yeah, I hope you're coming back. But do you guys,
Because
do you hang
you know
out with
what?
any of them? Wait, let her answer the question. I want to know if she
Okay.
hangs out with them. Do you hang out with any of them? I know that you're friends with Taja and you're friends with Sue Bell, so maybe you hang out with them a little.
A little, yeah. I'm going to see Sue Bell tomorrow night. I see Taja occasionally. Yes, she lives, you know, far away. But I don't really hang out with the other girls. They predominantly hang out with each other. Yeah. We're not, you know, we're just not in the same friend group.
You're not really like alike exactly either. I read someplace online that you work like 18 hours a day with all your real estate stuff that's going on, and that basically you're a workaholic, and that you don't really have time for that.
I don't.
The audience thinks that we all hang out. I made a movie with Sophia Loren, and I've been asked, "Did you hang out with her?" I said, "No. I was an extra." They threw me out. They were going to kick me off the set because I was talking to her. You're not even allowed to talk to the stars. But people, you know what? It's nice. Let everybody think you're friends. I like that.
Well, no, it's not that we're not friends. It's just that I don't have time just to hang out. And my commitments are, you know, pretty deep. So I just don't have time.
No,
What kind of car do you drive?
I drive a G-Wagon. I drive a truck. I drive, I'm in construction. I go up to my job site, I'm
I love it. I
carrying
love
stuff back, and forth, white G-Wagon.
You could be in a gown and be sexy and sophisticated.
Well, a G-Wagon is.
I know
she
what
says
a
it's like
G-Wagon
a yeah, well, a G-Wagon that's like a fucking ungodly expensive fucking truck. I mean, car.
Oh, I don't know.
My favorite thing of all the things that you wear, because I'm a watch person and I like watches, is in the very first episode when you wear the all gold. Oh no, you had an all gold Cartier Ballon Blue with the diamond bezel.
That one, yeah, that's my only Cartier.
Favorite.
Other than that, I'm a Rolex person.
Good for you. I love it all. I think it's all fabulous. I love the fact that in your house you have a Jetsons picture.
We have a problem here.
What?
The food in Palm Springs is deadly. Bad. I don't know why. The steak is horrible. We were told they send the steaks out to the East Coast and we get the garbage. Our restaurants in California have fallen so bad. Even the 4-star, 5-star restaurants no longer are, they had to say, we're not letting you in if you're in flip-flops, a bathing suit, and a t-shirt. That's what 5-star restaurants have become. Now, I'm from the days in New York when we went to all the great restaurants. We dressed. Everyone dressed. Those days are gone. What's the point I'm trying to make?
I don't know, but you have to hurry because we only have 3 minutes
Anyway,
left.
it was a very good point. Oh, yeah. You must have a cook, of course, a chef.
No, I don't have a chef. I just don't cook.
Well, who eats?
You go out to eat all the time then? Or do you have food
We do
delivered?
takeout. We go out to eat, and Luke cooks. Luke likes to cook.
You know what? I'm
that.
so disappointed. My favorite restaurant in Palm Beach is gone. And it's empty, this store. And I don't know what.
Jay Jean-Pierre? Which one?
He liked Taboo.
I love Taboo.
Taboo is, yes.
The best lunch in Florida. I would, their salad. Oh, and it's empty. Now
Franklin DeMarco on Taboo, yeah. It's closed.
Yeah, that stinks. That's
I'm
no
sorry
fun.
they closed.
I think it was COVID really hit them hard, and then they were behind, and their
But it was
rent
always,
or whatever. Yeah.
you couldn't get a reservation. It was always packed with people.
Yeah.
I mean, one time I went, they wanted to seat me. They got a table and they put it in the walkway when you first walk in the restaurant. I said, excuse me, what is that for? He said, this is your table. I said, no, it's not. He said, well. I said, well, and I turned around and left. And my friend Terry was with me, in fact, that I always talk about. She and her husband, John. And I was offended because I was a good customer and they put me in the walkway. You're not going to do that.
Anyway, I want to go back.
They gave you a table.
So have you ever been photographed in the same dress twice?
Never.
Probably not.
Maybe. I mean, not for a serious event, but I definitely wear my clothes more than once if I can, and it's a favorite for sure.
I love it.
Watching your show is like watching Bobby and her girlfriends. The Barbie doll and her girlfriends.
I love it. So you guys,
they're all like Barbie dolls. Each one of you. You dress like Barbie dolls. You look like Barbie. That's what it reminds me of when my daughters had Barbie dolls as kids.
My niece was a Barbie in the movie. She's an actress.
Fun. I love it. Oh, we're making a lot of films, so maybe I'll be in touch for your son because we might have some stuff we could do for him. I'm actually doing a movie called Saving Paradise. I don't have it quite funded yet, but you would actually be good in that one. So anyway, you guys, this is Hilary Musser. You guys, her Instagram is Hilary Hilary, only one L. Hilary Musser Homes. Her website, if you're looking for, especially if you're looking for a $42.5 house, is HilaryMusserHomes.com. Follow her. Check out Members Only Palm Beach on Netflix. We really wanted to come back for a second season. We want to thank you for coming on and talking with us. Congratulations on all your success, and we hope there's a season 2.
And you'll come back when you guys win an award. You'll come.
Yeah,
back.
when you guys win the Emmy for best daytime
fun
reality
show
or something.
Is there a reality show award?
Yes, there is.
Everyone out there, Ron Russell tells the truth. I never blow smoke up anybody's butt. And I want you to know, laughter keeps us young. Laughter keeps us healthy. Laughter is something we have to bring into our lives.
So watch this show because you will love it.
You want to get a punch in the face? I'll be glad to punch you.
Well, hurry up. We got to go. We're out of time.
No, when I'm talking, don't be such a fucking rude guy. You jump in, get out of here.
We always do this. Don't worry about it. Anyway, say goodbye.
Anyway, this show is so great. I can't tell you anything else. It's a train wreck. It's a train wreck. You sit there, you're looking at it, you say, I don't believe these people. Who lives like that?
And there are people who live like that. So
we know. I know because I lived in Beverly Hills. But most people out there, they have no idea what they look at that show. They say, no, they don't really live there. They don't really wear those clothes. They can't believe that how wealthy that show is. The show's all about wealth.
I love it.
And you know what? It's going to give incentive to a lot of people who are working hard. They're going to watch your show and say, I want that. I'm going to get that. And you give incentive. So your show gives so many things: fun, laughter, incentive, warmth, humor, love. It's all the emotions. And if you don't come back, I'm going to just make a big deal about it on YouTube, Facebook. They'll hear from Ron Russell, and they're not going to like it.
Hilary, thank you so much.
Hilary, you're
Thank
welcome.
you.
So much.
And I want to meet you one day in person because you're just terrific. And,
Anytime. When you come to Florida, ring me up.
We'll go to lunch.
Thank
Definitely.
you.
Take care.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
guys. Have a great one. Thanks. Bye-bye.
What a great show, you guys. What a great guest, you guys. Again, HilaryMusserHomes.com, and follow her on Instagram at Hilary Musser Homes. All right, we're going to bring on our next guest. Let's bring him on and see if we can see him. Hello, Paul.
How's it going, mate?
You need all that hair.
Say something. Let's make sure we can hear you.
Hello, testing 1, 2, 3.
There you go. All right, I love it. All right, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, director, writer, cinematographer, Paul Boyd. Hello and welcome to the show.
Thanks, fellas. Appreciate it.
I saw your interview with Brian Sebastian on Movie Reviews and More. He's a really good friend of ours.
Love Brian.
And that's how I actually found you to actually contact you. I got the information from him saying I think this guy would be a great guest on our show. He does what we like. So welcome to the show. This is my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
How did you do? Brian is one of the
I like
nicest.
that t-shirt. I like that t-shirt you got going on there. Very
Oh
cool.
yeah. Well, I'm an old man. So
Me too.
I have the old man emblem. I feel comfortable with this. So they had a young guy playing golf, and I didn't want that shirt. Actually, my daughters sent me this as one of my
Christmas presents or something, or Father's Day.
Yeah, and I wanted.
You're not old though.
I like the old. It's the beard.
I'm on the door hold. I'm on the
He's going
door.
to be 86. He's going to be 86. How old are you?
He's a wizard. He's a grand wizard. I'm 59.
Okay, I'm
You're a
61.
child,
So,
you're a baby.
and you're from Scotland or someplace, aren't you?
Aye, that's correct. Yeah, born and bred in Scotland,
Very
but been in America since 91, so 35 years. It's a long time.
Okay, so you can lose your accent then if you don't need it. You can lose it.
You know what? It just after a long time of just saying of having to, what was that? What was that? What I just modified automatically. Maybe it was AI. I don't know, but somehow it evolved.
Keep your accent.
He's got the Brooklyn one.
You sound like Sean Connery. No,
right.
you know what? Accents are sexy. I have a very heavy Brooklyn accent,
I can hear that.
which
Yeah.
in some movies I'm in, they say lose the accent. So I lose it and I speak proper English and I sound like a big fag. But I prefer to, use my Brooklyn accent because it's comfortable.
Yeah.
And a lot of people find it sexy with the husky voice and the Brooklyn accent. You sound like a wise guy, mafia. And I say, okay, that's good because that's what I play. Your voice, I think, is very sexy. You could do voiceovers. And if people don't like it, just tell them to go fuck themselves.
It's funny. I'm not, voiceovers. I do like a lot of funny voices. I'm always doing that, just talking in funny voice. I don't even know where that comes from, really, because I have no interest in being a voiceover or an actor, but I'm always doing it. I'm always talking in stupid voices and singing stupid songs. It's just, I don't know what that is. It's like it's part of the humor inside of me. I'm just always characterizing everything into stupid voices. So yeah.
Your accent is not like. I had a friend when I was young. I dated her. She was from Scotland. Her name was Rose Gilligan, and when she spoke, I said, Rose, what the fuck are you saying?
But you know, I was born in Glasgow, where they talk really.
And
It's
she
like,
came from Glasgow also.
but then when I was a kid, we moved up to the north of Scotland, where everyone kind of talks like that. It's very sing song. And when I went back to Glasgow for a year before we moved to London, the people in Glasgow thought I was English, because very different than you know, Glasgow, where it's like machine gun. You know.
When I go to Italy and speak Italian, they think I'm German. No, my Italian accent is more German than American.
Wow.
So they say, you know, Tedesco. I said, no, Americano.
Are you a big fan of the Pink Panther?
Yeah, well, I mean, what's not to love about the Pink Panther? But no, I just picked up this hat. There's this company. I was like, yep, I'll put the Pink Panther on.
I love it. So you guys, so here's what I took some information offline. First of all, we have people in the chat room. Say hi to the chat room.
Hey, everybody.
So you were born in Scotland. You made Super 8 films when you were really young, which got you a place at St. Martin's School of Art in London, which that's a really big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So you must have been really good at it with that. And from there, I'm not sure exactly what happened, but you started working with Black Dog Films. You created music videos for Lenny Kravitz, In Excess, Seal, Jamiroquai. I love Jamiroquai. Was he cool?
Oh, yeah, very cool. You know, that was 94. It was a one shot. The whole video was just one shot of his head, because he would always wear this hat with these horns.
Yeah.
And no one knew what he looked like. So I write this treatment. I'm like, okay, it's going to be a oneer, Irving Penn style, black and white, close up, swing and tilt lens, printed to 35 mil. You know, it was like a portrait. And they're like, oh, okay, great. They love the idea. I get over there. All the band shows up at the studio. The record company's like, can you shoot these guys too? I'm like, no, it's a oneer. They're like, well, they're here. Just shoot some, you know. I'm like, no, because if I shoot it, you're going to put it in the video. You're going to kill the whole content. It was a real bone of contention, because and I was not being an arsehole. Like, I was friends with the guys. And then we delivered the video and they got it. And they were like, oh, okay. And it was a lot of money too. Like back then, I mean, it was because it was a full proper shoot in the studio. The only difference was we were only doing, you know, we did like 10 takes or something like that. And then we picked one of them. But yeah,
10 takes.
10 takes, yeah. Because it was just a oneer.
The music video.
I know that, but 10 takes today is like, oh my God, miracle.
Yeah.
They don't even want to do 2 takes, let alone 10.
Yeah. But he did them live because we had to pick one for that for 4 minutes. It was interesting because the concept was about how he became aware that he was being watched, because you have everything cuts, but when someone's looking at the camera, you suddenly become aware of their self-awareness, and it shows in the performances. It's interesting.
I love it.
One time we were shooting a movie and it was very late, and they said, Ron, get it on 1 take because we're tired. I said, you can't, you know, get it. What am I going to get my friggin' wand out? My magic wand.
I want to go back. First of all, I found it because, you know, a lot of people in America don't know who Jamiroquai is. I don't think.
Right.
I think they do, but they didn't then. I was actually in Europe when the album came out with had him on the cover, standing with the thing, and so I heard it on the radio there and bought it when I was in Europe. But I love them, and I had met Michael Hutchence, and I met Lenny Kravitz because I used to live in Florida and he lived in Miami.
Yeah.
So those are all really good. Then you moved up to propaganda films. And then you did like the really big, I don't know, they're all big. I wrote down some of them: Celine Dion, Shania Twain, Sting, Bryan Adams, the Backstreet Boys, Stevie Nicks. You did a bunch of them for Stevie Nicks.
Love Stevie.
Like, how did you?
I did a documentary with Stevie Nicks, with the Dave from the Eurythmics. I worked with Dave Stewart from the Eurythmics for 8 or 9 years as his head of production, and, you know, and helped him make films because I was a huge fan, and it was right after the crash and work was really hollow. So I went to work with Dave, and he goes, yeah, we're doing a film with Stevie Nicks, a documentary to making the album. So we were over at her house for weeks. It was amazing. It was just, you know, to tap into that level, especially with the producers and the, you know, Waddy Wachtel, all the amazing, Mick Fleetwood was there. You know, it was amazing to kind of see behind the curtain of Stevie Nicks. And she really is like the real deal. She, all her poetry in these big books, she really, and she lived with like, there was 6 women and her, like all of her assistants, they all lived together. Midnight, they turn on the disco music and start dancing. It was amazing.
love that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you're very different than we have a lot of directors that have done some really big things come on the show. But we haven't had any that really started in music videos first. And you didn't start with like Joe Bum band down the street, you know, like these are all like, even when these people came out, these were huge, huge artists.
Yeah, but how come they don't have music videos anymore?
They do.
Well, they do.
Years ago, you could watch a channel and it was just music.
Yeah,
videos.
they don't have that anymore.
It's terrific.
Remember, people used to sell records, right? So,
yeah.
The record sales people could afford decent budgets, because then they were known as pop promos, right? The video promoted the song, and then at the early 90s they started saying, well, look, we're not really going to make a video unless it gets on the radio. And then it became, well, we're only going to make a video if it sells so much. So it all shifted, and now the music's free. Yeah. So now people are it's amazing. They have to give away the music to get people to come to the show, because no one's really selling records. People aren't buying their own Spotify. They're just getting everything for free. They're streaming, you know, and it's killed the industry, you know.
We talked about Stevie Nicks. I said to Stevie Nicks, how come you're not working? You're not making any more music. She said, Ron, they stole everything. They're stealing. She said, I don't make any money. They're stealing all my music. Okay. I couldn't believe it, that they're stealing her music. I mean,
well, you know what happened? Spotify did a deal with all the labels where they paid the labels the price, and then they get access to the entire catalog, and then the artists get a tiny proportion of that. And you know, people, you know, get 1 million plays, they don't even make $1,000. Imagine that was on the radio. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's completely shifted. But you know, it's what's also incredible is that vinyl records are back in a big way. Yeah. I think it's cost $10 billion. Like, it's back. So
what's the point in that with the friggin' vinyl? They scratch. They don't sound,
because you have something in your hands. Everything we own now is digital. It's like a photo and
come on.
No, they did $10 billion in vinyl records.
I know, but it's retarded.
It's so expensive, though, as the artist to make them.
People change. You know, I'm old fashioned, so I get it. My kids, everything's digital on their phones. They have all their playlists. They have access to everything. It's great. I mean,
I have all of that. I have all of that too, but I'm a publicist for my everyday job, and I represent 2 record labels, and like when they have to get stuff printed and, you know, at press for vinyl, I mean, it's really freaking expensive.
Oh yeah.
I have all Johnny Mathis's original albums. I've kept them all these years. They're in storage. They're the original albums. I paid $3 for them, $2.98, $3 an album.
Right.
Back in those days, and the quality, even when the original album on vinyl sounded one way. Then when they digitalized it, it had a totally different tone to it, and it was better. It was better.
Clear. It's interesting, right? Because it's ones and zeros as opposed to magnetic tape. It's the same thing what happened with film, with crystals on emotion. Now everything's ones and zeros. So there's different. You know, it sounds the same, but the thresholds are different with distortion, and you know, there's a different feel, but we've become so accustomed to everything being digital now. It's been almost 20 years where that's just norm. And that's when you hear people shooting on film, I'm always like, oh, because that's how I started. Super 8, 16, 35. You know, we shot 35 mil for 15 years, and now everything's digital. And you can own the camera at home that you can shoot the movie on. You know, it's
Paul.
And it can be this big.
How wonderful is it today when I say, Siri, play Johnny Mathis. And it automatically, it's wonderful. I don't have to get up. I don't have to pull it out of the sleeve. I don't have to put it on the machine. Get the hell out of here. Too much work.
No, but you've done
the sun.
We know so many people, and basically we live in the entertainment world, and not that many people. I mean, you've really built your craft. I know your new movie, which we're going to talk about in a second, is going to be really good because you spent such a long time learning your craft in music and music videos. Then I wrote down that you went to commercials, and you did commercials for Jaguar, Toyota, Volkswagen, L'Oreal, Target, P&G. That's Procter & Gamble probably, and Clairol. So then you did commercials. And how long did you do commercials before you started your first film?
Well, commercials happened while I was at Propaganda Film, and that was Fincher, Michael Bay, Spike Jonze. They wouldn't rep me for commercials because I wasn't. They were very protective over who they repped until Shania Twain. And when Shania Twain blew up and those videos went global, they were like, okay, let's do commercials. And I was already at another company. I'm like, no. you know, because what they wanted me to do was at that point was kind of follow in the footsteps of the other directors. They mapped it out. They said, this is how you become a success. And I'm like, yeah, but I kind of want to write my own movies and do my own films. And they're like, well, you'll get there. It'll just take a lot longer. And that's the process, right? Because in Hollywood, films are packaged by producers. You get director, writer, producer comes along. It's a different kettle of fish. But I've always made them for me anyway. So it doesn't really matter. It's not about the money for me. It's not about fame and success. It's about telling stories.
How come you stated before you're not an actor, sort of with a joke? Why are you not an actor? Why haven't you wanted to be?
I'm self-conscious. When I was a teenager, I was in bands singing and doing all that. And then, a horrible event happened. I was at 18. Someone handed me a bottle of brandy backstage, and I just completely humiliated the whole band, the family, everyone was there. And
frozen.
Definitely, I'm behind camera. I'm not interested in being the subject, but I'm interested in telling stories and, translating my opinion about the world and people and all that. But being in front of the camera, I'm too self-conscious. This is why I have a problem with this too. Like video, every time we talk to someone else, a video. We used to have phone calls, and now everything's video. Even if it's just a meeting to talk about something, like this is different. You're broadcasting, but even if we have a production meeting, everyone's on camera. Whereas it used to be phone calls. So now you have to get ready to be on camera. It's different for me. I'd rather not be on camera. I'm too self-conscious.
You have a great look.
Yeah, you do have a good look.
and your look would work on film. You would definitely work well in certain parts.
But like you see Tarantino in his movies, and it's just cringe work to me. I cringe when I see that. I used to love Hitchcock. Would always appear in his movie, and I love that. But I think there's a line. Maybe not for some. Look at Cassavetes. For some people, maybe some actors are born to direct. They're actors and then they become directors, and that I can understand. But being a director and suddenly kind of being an actor, I don't know. It seems like a strange step. I don't know. For me,
I've never had a desire to direct ever.
I don't either. I don't know because I don't know what's going to do.
I love acting. I love becoming somebody else. I
love actors. I love actors because I know how much it takes.
He's a really good actor. I'm a producer, and I'm really good at putting everything together. But I wouldn't know how to be a director, though.
Right.
I think it's
I
cool.
direct myself. Yeah. Directors don't know it, but there's a way that an actor can direct himself without the director knowing it. Yeah. Or if the director knows it, he likes it and makes believe he doesn't know it.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't listen to directors.
Every actor is different. You think you're an actor's an actor. They're not. Everyone has a different approach. Some people don't act at all. They just be, And that's why for me, I'm not afraid of working with non-actors. Like, as long as someone's got the right energy, you can direct anyone, really. It's just about putting them in their comfort zone, really.
But Paul, today they don't have marks. Years ago, we had stage marks.
No, you should ask him. I bet he does.
No, wait a minute. I'm talking about it. I was on a film, and he said, okay, Ron. I said, well, where am I? He said, oh. I said, where are my marks? He said, there aren't any marks. I said, no marks? Why aren't there any marks? He said, I'll tell you what to do. I said, okay. He said, go buy that dresser. When we say take, let's go. Walk to the window, pull the curtain back, look out, then go and open the door. I said, but I could be out of camera. He said, oh, we don't do that anymore. If you're out of camera, it's okay. It's okay to be out of. You think it's okay to be out of camera?
No, I don't work like that. We're traditional when it comes to focus. You know what a lot of that is, I think, is that people work with autofocus and lenses. Like cameras now, it's like consumers buy cameras, pro consumers too, and like, oh, it doesn't have autofocus on it. Well, no, you fucking pull the focus. They're expecting the computer to do it all. Color the film. There's got to be sound in the camera. That's television. It's just become that way where, for me, when I do a scene, I set marks. You're going to walk here. You're going to walk over there. The camera's going to change that. What I do is I storyboard every scene. My books for Scared to Death I had 200 pages of storyboards. And what I do is I do that as my kind of homework. And then when I get on the set, I rock and roll it, because when you're on the set, you're working with actors. You're not working with a drawing. You've got all your, that's when I think you make the final decision. But going in prepped, then you know how to get your coverage. Especially me, because as a cameraman, although I didn't shoot the Stephen poster shot this movie, did a great job. But you know, I kind of leaned into camera as a director DP, so I have a good understanding of framing and blocking and camera movement and all that. But
close
on set, you got to leave some of it for, and Spielberg said that too. You got to leave it to the set to kind of really decide make the final decision when everyone's there.
So you have a new movie.
I ask all the directors this. How fond are you of close-ups where you see the snuts in my nose?
I think close-ups are important, but I think they have to be used very, selectively. People use close-ups.
Most directors don't care. They'll come so close. If you have a pimple, they'll let it be in the shot.
Yeah. Especially now with these.
He doesn't like that.
I don't like that. I'm from the old school. I'm in the business 65 years. 65 years ago, if you had a pimple, they'd shut down. They said, "Stop! He's got a pimple. Makeup. Let's go to not anymore."
Well, no, because now they do it all digitally. See, they can do all the cleanup digitally. They can just take what it is on set. But no, I'm a classicist. I want the makeup to be right, the lighting to be right, and also knowing how to light someone. You can conceal a zit. You get this with makeup and lighting. Look at the old days. Everyone looked fantastic, but it was people knew how to light. They knew how to, now, and it's great. It's great that kids and young people are just jumping in. Trust me, it helps the format and the medium. But I come from a different place. Like you guys, seeing movies in the theater, growing up with glamour and beauty. That's why I became a beauty video director. Really, I wasn't telling stories. I was creating iconic imagery that for people to remember, almost like moving photographs. A lot of my videos did tell stories, but I didn't lean into that. I was busy learning how to write. I used music videos like a sketchbook of how to kind of experiment with technique, and I really did. I did every kind of visual effects. Like, it allowed me to do that because in the 90s, when I started in the late 80s, the labels and the bands didn't give a fuck. They were like, "What are we doing? You just write the video treatment." Now, no. It's like a committee. Everyone's, but when we were doing it in the beginning, it was the wild, wild west. It really was. And it was brilliant because you could just experiment.
Yeah, it was so much better. So you have a new film. From what I get, you're the director, you're the writer, and you're the producer.
Triple.
Yeah, not the producer, director, writer, but my producer who I work with, Eric Barrett, I've worked with him for 30 years, and we're like brothers. He's literally my right hand, and he's involved in every creative process, and I'm involved in the budgeting. So, but I don't take a producer credit. You leave that to the producer. But the writer, director.
Writer, director. The name of the movie, Scared to Death. I believe it's coming out maybe like Friday or something, right? It's coming out soon.
It came out on Friday the 13th. It's out now.
Oh, it already came out. Okay, so it came out last Friday. It's called Scared to Death. Stars Lin Shaye, Bill Moseley. They've both been on the show. Olivier Paris, Radon Chong, Victoria Conifal, Jade Chenoweth. I'm sure there's other people. I just put down the top.
Okay, what kind
so
of
tell us about the movie.
Is it a slasher?
No. It's a comedy horror. It's comedy. It's about a bunch of filmmakers that are going to make a movie about a seance and decide to do a real one in a haunted house. And that's their first mistake. They get locked in there and they're all non-believers and shit's happening around them. And it's really about the group. And with Lynn, she was originally going to play the psychic because that's her role. And she goes, "I don't want to play the psychic." She goes, "I want to play the boss. I want to play the meanest, most horrible boss." So she's the director, and she comes in, and she's the monster in the film, really, because the way she treats everyone is horrific. But when she gets to the house and she connects with these ghost kids, then you begin to see a different side of her, and her story begins to unfold as the filmmakers, try to deal with what the hell's going on because they think it's a prank, and part of it is a prank. One of the people is pranking everyone, but then it kind of goes there. And so you get to see this bunch of entitled opportunists, kind of egoists all together battling themselves. And it's funny, they stick together like a group. They're a community. And the film has every horror trope in it. I leaned into the comedy and leaned into kind of making it a satire. And it paid off. It's kind of, people tend to love it because it has this kind of heart in it. There's a character called the Grog, who Kurt Dimer, who actually financed the movie. He's in there as a the guy that plays the monster in all the movies, and but people don't really know him, and he comes in and they're all like, oh, the Grog, we love the Grog. So, and the Grog is this kind of tattooed, almost like biker type guy, but he's the heart of the movie. He's this because he just loves the movies. His catchphrase in the film is like, oh, this reminds me of a movie I was in. So he's always talking about his past, and there's reverence for film. And then there's some people that are in there that just can't be fucking bothered. And it's the story of the PA who finds the house, finds out about the seance, suggested the director, and ends up threatening to quit unless the director lets him.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Fun. No more.
Don't tell us too much. We're going to play the trailer for everybody. We're going to play the trailer.
See it, yeah.
Yeah. So first of all, Lynn Shay, super talented. In a lot of ways, I think she's one of the most underrated superstars that there is. I mean, she's done huge things, but she should be like a Helen Mirren or something. She's really, really fabulous. I love her to death. And Bill Moseley, we've seen him, and he's in so many great things. So I think it's really good. So here's what we're going to do. I want people to see the trailer. Juan, it's the Scared to Death trailer. What I want to happen is you introduce the trailer, and then our engineer is going to play it for us. Just hang on, and then we'll be right back after we show it. But go ahead and introduce it to us. All
right, you're about to see the short trailer for Scared to Death, starring Lynn Shay and Bill Moseley, and I hope you enjoy it.
Action.
The Grog is back in his new feature film.
Use the back of your throat like you do when you yell at women.
If I were to set up a real seance, do you think you could get the Grog to attend?
Count me in. The Grog loves an adventure.
This place looks perfect for the film. Are there any stars in the movie you're making? Gregory Rogstone. The Grog?
Are you an actor or are you a pervert?
Are you kidding me?
I am not a pervert. I am the Grog.
Grog is a legend. I am such a big fan. I've seen all of your movies. Appreciate you, bro. I've seen a few of his films. Who hasn't? He's made like 200.
I was in a film once called Blood of the Orphan.
Grog, now is not the time. Weren't you in that one porno?
Well, I'm going in. Action's my middle name. Babes in Grogland?
Yeah!
What is that?
Seance. That was my idea.
Would you just stop being a big baby?
I quit.
All right, wait.
I'm not telling you, demons!
Yeah! This has never happened! Felix!
Where are the children?
Oh no, it's the Grog.
This is all craziness in our heads!
It looks terrific.
It looks good.
It looks absolutely fabulous. Your special effects look really, really good.
Why are you guys insisting on using low-key lighting?
Well, because it's a horror, and for me, the one thing when I went into this film with Steven, I wanted to shoot the film in masters and wide shots with all the actors together, and then, as you said, really be specific with the close-up. So, this film could have been pitch black, right? Most images you see of seances is dark and there's just a spotlight. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to see the house and use the house as a character. So, but it's interesting because some people think the film is not dark. They think it's is bright. So it's interesting.
Oh, I didn't think it was dark, but he thought
you have to be very careful when you have black actors.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I was in a movie and they used low light. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw the film that they sent it to us, I almost died because there was a scene where I'm counting out money in my office and the camera's on my hands and the camera goes up and all we saw were his eyeballs and his teeth.
Right. Yeah.
And his name is Rufus and he's a dear friend of mine. We still laugh at that today. Whenever I see Roof, I always tell him
right.
The eyeballs and teeth.
I love it. See, I noticed that you worked with because you've worked with a lot of people we've had actually on the show before in some of your other films also. But I noticed that you worked with Lynn Shay a couple of times, I think. Lynn Shay. She was in at least 2 movies that you've done, right?
Yep. Yeah, but she's in 3. We did in 2021, I did a COVID drama. Basically, a lot of people's parents were dying on these Zoom calls because they wouldn't let them in the hospital. So they were Zoom calling into the patient in the bed, and all the families sitting around, and people were dying like that. So I decided it was important to make a film about that. So we did the whole film in the style of a Zoom call. We shot it over 3 days and got amazing actors to be in that, and Lynn was one of them. And
huge. That's the one we are gathered here today, right?
We are gathered here today, yeah. And it's kind of, no one saw it because I didn't think at that point, even now, anyone wants to fucking deal with COVID. It's so, it was so horrible, but it's kind of a time capsule because it's what really happened, And what happened with us was during the prep, George Floyd got killed. So we decided to, because it's about two families, we decided, okay, we got to address that too. So we made one family African-American and one white. And then that created a whole other dynamic and got some great actors in there. So yeah, that's how we met her.
Danny Houston, I mean, he's huge.
Danny Houston, yeah.
Peter Jason's been on our show before. Radon Chongam, Baker Powell. Ron did a movie with Baker Powell.
He's great.
Bill Smitrovich.
Bill Smitrovich. I mean, Bill Smitrovich.
What did I do with Baker?
Big freaking rat. And then I Challenger is another one, which as a publicist, Dag and Mickey Ferk, they've been clients of mine. James Duvall's been on our show. MC Light I've met, but she's never been on our show. So like you have some really, you've worked with some really cool people.
I Challenger is like a stoner comedy. And then we are gathered here today. And I did a film in 2006 called Vicious Circle, which is like a action drama set in Venice about these two brothers. It's kind of a Latino Romeo and Juliet. And then, so it was that. Then our Challenger, we are gathered here today, Scared to Death. And then the new film, Relapse. Ray Dawn's in it, Lynn's in it, a bunch of our friends, Danny's in it. And we got Alex Winter, we got Marilyn Manson. Xander Berkeley. We have Xander Berkeley. And
Xander Berkeley's been on our show. I used to hang out with Marilyn Manson back in the clubs in Fort Lauderdale because he's from Fort Lauderdale. When he was he wasn't Marilyn Manson yet. He was just freaky.
He plays a counselor. It's about a young girl who has a nervous breakdown on social media and basically starts uploading all this crap, and the family get involved. And it's about fentanyl. It's we're doing it in partnership with Music Cares, and we're just finishing the mix now. We're actually, the film's done, and then we're shooting another one coming up in June. So we're just trying to keep going and keep the indie spirit alive. Yeah. So
do you have a favorite genre? It seems like you're doing a lot of comedy, some comedies, but
it's funny. I love all kinds of. I mean, I like action and thrillers and drama. I mean, I love it all. Do you know what I mean? And that's why I don't want to pin a genre. I don't want to just do horror. I want to do everything. I want to do it all. But I love drama. I must say, drama. That's the thing.
I know. I think so too, and I think that's one thing that a lot of the actors have problems with is they get pigeonholed in one thing and then they can't get out.
I left horror. Did I leave horror?
No, you're still doing some. You're still doing the bigger ones, though. Not doing the lower budget ones. So here's something I like to ask all the actors and directors and stuff that come on. So it'll be a little bit different since you're a director. But number one, male and female actor that you would love to work with, bucket list. They could be living or dead. It doesn't make any difference. And then if you could have directed any movie that's ever been made in history, what movie would you have liked to have directed?
Ooh, God, that's so hard.
You can give me a couple.
All right. I mean, God, actors. I mean, Bobby De Niro. I mean, right? I mean, come on. Doesn't everyone want to work with, I mean, at one point in my life, if I managed to interface.
I would never work with Robert De Niro.
You never work with Robert De Niro. No, I mean, I love all actors. I'd love to work with Christian Bale. I mean, there's so many incredible actors, out there.
What about actors?
It's funny when I write scripts, I don't write thinking of actors or famous actors. I just create the characters in my head. A lot of people write, this is a Tom Cruise type or this type.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Right.
I can create my own characters. So, I don't really have favorites. I mean, if I could direct a movie, it would have been Apocalypse Now, or Lawrence of Arabia, or Young Frankenstein, or Silence of the Lambs. I mean, my God.
Wow, you're picking some heavy babies.
Those are all really good ones, though.
Silence of the Lambs.
It's a great movie.
That one you have to do delicately.
Do you have a favorite horror movie?
I mean, my favorite horrors. I mean, I like the comedies. I like Shaun of the Dead. I like Young Frankenstein. Like slasher, gory. I mean, The Exorcist. Or Omen. Exorcist, Omen. I mean, how do you top those? Because they dig so below the surface of the skin that it's not creature feature. It's pure, primordial terror.
I love that.
Horror movies have changed over the years.
Yeah, they
In
have.
my day, horror movies were Dracula, Frankenstein, The Mummy.
Yep.
And it would terrify us. As kids, we'd go to the theater. And then Dracula in that castle and the way they shot it, it's still scary.
Me
but
too. I agree.
Christopher Lee, who I had an encounter with, but anyway, Christopher Lee, I told him that he was the best Dracula of our day. And he yelled at me. He said, I have done more than Dracula. I said, I'm sorry, but that's what you're famous for. I am famous for more than Dracula.
Yeah.
I thought, what the
Terrifying. He was such a brilliant actor.
Get the cameras roll. This guy doesn't stop acting.
I think of things like Rosemary's Baby.
Great movie.
Where it was just all tone, and you're just waiting, and this stuff. I love suspense. The bomb under the table. Like, that's kind of what we tried to do with Scared to Death. Like, you give away in the beginning that something's going to go wrong, and you're just waiting for it. It's like The Shining. The last guy that was here chopped up his wife and kids. Oh, that won't happen to me. And then you're just waiting for it to happen. That Hitchcock was brilliant at that device of suspense over mystery.
I can remember 1960 when Psycho came out. No one had ever seen a movie like it ever in the history of film. No one. Yep. Because the star got killed in the first 10 minutes. So when they killed Janet Leigh, I said, no, she's not going to be dead. It can't be. When he put her in the trunk of the car and threw it in the swamp, I said, that's impossible. How's she going to come back in the film? Well, she never came back. And I was disappointed. I said, oh, my God. They killed us. No one ever killed a star off in the beginning.
All the films, though, that you picked, they're all really good films with really good stories, though, because nowadays you have so many successful films that don't have, a story like Terrifier. I give those guys credit for what they've accomplished. They took $5 million and turned it into $100 million, but there's really no story. It's just how can you kill people?
Be graphic and shocking. And look, there's an audience for that. And that's great, and people love that shit. It's just I don't want to just write that. Like the next thing we're doing, very graphic. It doesn't like Hostel. These movies are like almost shock pieces, and they're great, but it's just not for me. I don't want to make that kind of movie. It's like, what's the point?
I actually like Hostel. And we had the guy who plays the killer in the Wolf Creek movies on. He was great, and I kind of like that torture porn saw kind of like stuff.
Yeah.
Even his though had a real story though. Like Terrifier doesn't really have a story. And
I agree.
I think that people.
I've never seen the Terrifier movies. Just for that reason alone, it's like I need a bit more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think
being shocked.
I only watched it because I wanted to see what it was, and we actually had one of the producers on the show, and and it got a lot of views just because Terrifier.
Most horror movies when they play in theater, the audience saying, when are they going to kill him? They can't wait. They don't want the establishment. They're bored with the establishment. They just want to see the kill.
I forgot to. One thing, you guys, so you can follow Paul on Instagram. It's at Paul Directs, PAULDIRECTS. And you got to tell us, where do we see Scared to Death? Because we only got a minute. Now, I forgot to ask where.
You can catch it at AMC. It's playing at 185 theaters, and it will be streaming in early May. But right now, you can catch it at AMC.
Fair. Congratulations to get a theatrical release too.
Thank you so much, guys.
That's a really big deal. I actually know how hard that is to do. So congratulations on that. Because that's a really big deal. And 185 theaters is pretty good. And if enough people see it, you could expand it. That's what Terrifier did. They started in some and then kept growing. So I hope it hits big. It looks terrific. I want to thank you for coming on the show. Congratulations on all your success, and we look forward to having you back when you get your next film out.
Yes,
thanks,
sir.
Jimmy. Thanks, Ron. Appreciate both of you very much for supporting Indie.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. All right, everybody. So we had a great show today. We want to thank our guests, Paul Boyd and Hilary Musser. They were great guests, too. We want to thank everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Jimmy,
This is MC Alfred
and Ozzy.
I'm just chilling, sitting down and designing. Why every man in thinking, what you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your one I wanna be. Jimmy Stark, new celebrity.
We'll take you out.